If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, check the referral link in the description down below. It'll take you to G2A and you can use the code CHES at checkout for an extra discount. Don't forget to download the Gamer Saloon app from your Android or Apple store. Go and win yourself some money playing your favourite games. Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again and welcome to episode number 35 of the Wolfsburg Career Mode series here on FIFA 16. Now last time out we got a rather fantastic result against our first opponents. Obviously we played them in the German Cup at the beginning, or no, actually at the end of the last episode. It was the second game. It was played midweek just before this weekend game against Ingolstadt again. We got a rather resounding 5-1 win in that cup game, but because it was played midweek I had to start an almost completely rotated 11 for this game at the weekend because everybody from the previous game was too tired. So unfortunately not the same lineup that we had in the previous one, but I was hoping for a similar scoreline to the previous one. Not getting off to the best of starts though there. Christian Trash giving it straight away to their midfielder, and then Alejandro Faulin, well, to be fair, it wasn't a very good shot, but that was a let-off. Trash causing us quite a few problems there, to be completely honest. Nabil Fekir, though, on the attack down the other end after half an hour or so. Really nice run this, actually, by the youngster. Turns inside the second defender as well. Unfortunately, his shot on his right foot wasn't quite as strong as perhaps it could have been on his left-hand side, obviously, with him being left-footed. But then it was their turn to make a mistake at the back. Nabil Fekir, again, trying to benefit from it. Not quite able to get the shot away that time around. Taliso, though, gets his across to Briodon Limbo. Again takes a step inside on his stronger right foot, but still can't find the target properly. We remain at 0-0 for now. Into the second half, no Ricardo Rodriguez injured, no Hakan Çalhanoğlu on the bench, so it had to be Manolo Gabbiadini to step up for the free kick, and it was on target until the very last moment where it just bent away and went past that near post, unfortunately. Just a few minutes later, though, we were going to have another chance. Nabil Fekir played short from the corner. Didn't quite work as I intended, obviously, the way that we've worked quite a few corner routines so far this season. How's that for a first touch from Christian Trash? Not exactly the best of touches. Lex is able to get past Diekmeyer. Then Trash can't keep up with the man that he gave the ball away in the first place. And from our own corner, thanks to a second mistake from Christian Trash in the game, we find ourselves 1-0 down. I was not happy with certain missed Trash because that actually cost us the entire game. So from a 5-1 win, we go to a 1-0 defeat against the same side. Cheers, Christian. Appreciate that. Very kind of you. Please don't ever do that again. You're probably not going to play for me for a while. So, into the second game of the episode and the fourth of our Champions League campaign. We are 3 wins from 3, sorry, in the Champions League so far after that very good victory against Chelsea at the weekend. So we'll hope for another win here to keep up with appearances in the league table. It would be very nice to have 12 points from 12. Really flashy kit for Panathinaikos, though, away from home. I really like their kit in the blue with the diamonds, etc. But we are starting as the same lineup here to beat Ingolstadt in the cup game on Monday. So hoping for a similar performance to the one that we got in that game against Ingolstadt, and not one that came from the side that played them a moment ago. So Andre Schürrle breaking through after 11 minutes or so. Really nice run from him, actually. Turns inside the defender as well. Lays it across to Morata. How he hasn't scored there, I have no idea. Perhaps we should have chipped it, but then Draxler gets the ball back, but he can't pull it back to the clear open goal as there was a defender in the way and there was too much pressure on the ball and he couldn't find the target. Sofian Feghouli, though, steals it off them, gets it across to Julian Draxler, having a pop from distance this time, and draws a good save out of the goalkeeper, and Feghouli couldn't keep it in. Unfortunately, the chance went awry. So Luis Gustavo out to Feghouli again, clearly on top here, as you can see, seemingly back in the trend of the previous couple of episodes prior to the Ingolstadt one, where we're having chance after chance after chance, just can't get the ball into the back of the net. Still continuing to come forward though. 35 minutes gone on the clock now, and this is like the 5th chance we've had already in this game. Alvaro Morata is going to play it across here to Julian Draxler. Finds a bit of space around the outside of the defender. There is the quality of finish that we need to give us a goal in this game. 36 minutes played. Finally, we have ourselves a 1-0 lead. Into the second half, though, we go, and it's time for Panathinaikos to perhaps have themselves a chance to get an equaliser. They're first for a forward in the entire game, to be completely honest. Berg has the shot, Good save, though, by the Swiss goalkeeper, and that will keep them at bay for now. On the hour mark, as we push forward again, Naldo forward into Julian Draxler. Morata couldn't quite make his mind up which way to run there, so Andre Schürrle takes it on himself here. Going to try and finesse it in the bottom corner again, similar to how Draxler did in the first half. Couldn't quite find the back of the net, though, and unfortunately Fegouli's cross was destined for Morata had it not been for the block from the defender right in front of him. Javier Pastore, though, pushing forward from CDM, trying to create something else into Draxler across to Morata. So much space on the far side for the Algerian Fegouli, and luckily for me, he's able to put it into the back of the net in the 70th minute to give us a 2-0 lead. Finally, we have the sort of gap between ourselves and Panathinaikos that our play deserved. A third goal, though, really would not be too much, to be completely honest. It wouldn't flatter us at all. We clearly deserve a massive victory from this one. But again, another very good save from the goalkeeper. We will have to settle for 2-0. 2-0's fine. I'll settle for 2-0. That's perfectly alright with me. 12 points from 12 in the Champions League so far this season. So back to Bundesliga action. I'd very much like to bounce back from the defeat against Ingolstadt here at home with a game against Hamburg. Again, though, there was a very short time period between the game in midweek in the Champions League and this game in the Bundesliga at the weekend. So again, it's a rotation 11. Christian Trash forced to start in the lineup again because obviously Ricardo Rodriguez is my number one left back, but he's out injured currently. So Jetro Willems is having to play in my starting left back role, which means he's too tired from midweek to be able to play in this game. So and the first game of the episode against Ingolstadt. So unfortunately, Trash, despite making two horrendous mistakes, one of which cost us the result against Ingolstadt, does get himself another game here. But I promise you, after today, he's not going to be playing for me for a while if I can help it. I think I'd probably rather play a tired Jetro Willems than play Christian Trash again. We get off to a good start, though. 1-0 up thanks to Iñaki Williams' header there. They're going to try something from the training grounds here. They've actually got Alexander Pato up top. And I wasn't really too sure what to make of him. I don't know whether they signed him on a free. They must have done, because I'm pretty sure a few of you were saying in the comment section at the beginning of the season that Pato, or January last season, that Pato's available on a pre-contract. So he must have already signed for Hamburger back in January of the first season, because he's here now. And did cause me quite a few problems, actually. But as you can see in the first half, we're the ones that are causing them some issues here. Fekir gets the ball from Mbolo, tries to return it. Not the best of passes, but Mbolo just powers past the man on the ball, gets it off him, races around the outside. All you got to do is finish it, and he kicks it straight at the goalkeeper. Just slot it in the bottom corner, please, Brill Donald. That's all I want you to do. We are constantly training him in the training modules to improve on his finishing, and it has gone up to 81, but clearly 81 not quite high enough yet. Diego Benaglio, though, showing that despite the fact he's 33 years of age now, question mark, he still has the reflexes and diving ability to get to most chances. That one actually at the near post as well. It's about time he started saving some near post shots, isn't it? Nabil Fekir played into the box here, this time trying the outside of his left foot after in the last game his right-footed shot wasn't good enough to find a way past the goalkeeper, although this time the left-footed shot wasn't good enough to find a way past the goalkeeper. Made a couple of changes though, as you can see, Manolo Gabbiadini and Iñaki Williams leaving the field to bring on some fresh legs to hopefully extend the lead again in this game, similar to how we did against Panathinaikos. Alexander Pato, though, at the heart of this attack for them, and in the end, it's going to be Muller here that has the shot that comes back off the bar. Nikolai Muller not far away at all from giving Hamburg an equaliser with 15 minutes to go. We were, though, able to hold out for a 1-0 win, so we get another victory. Thank you very much. If we had managed to get the win against Ingolstadt in the first game, we'd actually be third right now. That's how tight it is in those European spots. There's 2 points between ourselves in 8th and Leverkusen in 3rd. So all we need is a run of results and we will be right up back in the title race. We have turned it around. That's our first defeat since the first 2 games of the season. So we were undefeated in 8, or undefeated in 7, and then unfortunately lost the 8th. As you can see, Bayern Munich, though, were undefeated completely in, was it 8 games? I think they had won 7, drawn 1, and now they've lost 2, and Borussia Mönchengladbach have closed the gap and overtaken them. Obviously, Mönchengladbach and Borussia Dortmund were the previous 2 sides to beat us, and Ingolstadt, the 3 points they got against us, actually moved them up into mid-table. So it's ridiculously close in the Bundesliga right now, but that is going to bring today's episode to a close. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check all the social media links, as you can see on your screen, in the description down below, as well as the link to the No Identity clothing store if you want to get yourself a t-shirt. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.